Well, hello there, folks, and a very warm welcome back to What's for Tea. It's lovely to see you all again, and I hope that I find you very well indeed. And I've got a cracking wee recipe for you tonight. This is shortcake, but it's packed full of Cadbury chocolate buttons. I was going to do chocolate button shortbread, which uses plain flour, but using the self-raising flour, you've got more of a shortcake. So the tin I am using is an 8x8 inch or 20 centimetre. Just make sure, it's greased and well lined, just so that it's easy to get out at the end. So yeah, that's my tin. And you're going to need a big mixing bowl. Everything just happens in the one bowl, so it's super easy. So I've got some very soft butter. The softer your butter, the easier this will be to make. So that's some lovely soft room temperature butter. You can use salted or unsalted. To this, I'm going to add some white sugar. I am using caster sugar, but you can use ordinary, granulated sugar. To that, I've just added some vanilla, and I'm going to give this a really good stir together. It'll only take a minute or so until it goes nice and creamy. You won't need to use a hand whisk or blender or anything if your butter is nice and soft like this. So you're looking for something that looks like this, and it will be lovely and whipped looking and creamy and pale. Then you can move on and add your dry ingredients. Like I said, I'm going to add self-raising flour because this is going to give me more of a short cake rather than shortbread. So pop that in. I'm also going to add some cornflour as well, and this is going to give it a lovely melt in the mouth texture. It's going to be lovely and soft and almost, disappearing on your tongue. So just give that a good stir together with your spoon, nice and gently, until you can't really stir anymore, and it will go all clumpy just like this, and you will find it quite difficult at the end to stir and stir. So it should be looking something like this, and when it's looking like this, you can move on. It should be nice and crumbly, and you should have no flour left in the bottom of your bowl. Now we can add your inclusions. So I'm going to add the Cadbury chocolate buttons, and I'm also going to add some milk chocolate chips as well. You can use white chocolate, dark chocolate, caramel chocolate if you like, or even fruit. It's completely up to you. So just give this a wee turn around in your bowl, and just to make sure all of your chocolate is nicely incorporated into your biscuit dough. Just be nice and gentle with it, and it will look something like this. So to go over to your tin, you just want to pick your dough up and pop it into your tin in a few different handfuls. And then you just want to press this down with the flat of your hand just to get it nice and even. It doesn't have to be perfect. It actually looks better if it's a wee bit rougher on the top, but I was quite happy with this, just as long as it's kind of even all the way around. It doesn't have to be, like I said, completely flat, unless of course you want it to be completely flat. So again, it's completely up to you. I'm going to top this with a few more chocolate buttons just to make it a wee bit easier to portion out, plus you get some extra chocolate, so we're not complaining at that. So I'm going to get 9 really good sized pieces from this, and the last thing I'm going to do is sprinkle on another wee bit of sugar on the top. Yeah, a wee bit more sugar never hurt anyone. So that's it, ready for the oven. Pop it into the middle of your oven for about 40 minutes, and quite a low temperature because it's quite thick. You do want to make sure it's cooked all the way through and not doughy. So quite a low temperature for about 40 minutes until it starts to go golden brown on the top. Now you can cut this into whatever size squares or bars that you like. You could even do fingers if you prefer, but I get 9 really good size, squares out of this. So do let this cool down for a wee bit before you try and pick it up, or it may just fall apart because it's very, very delicate, very crumbly and very tender, like I said. So I would give this about an hour to cool down. If you can hold yourself back, of course, you can obviously have this warm, but like I said, it may fall apart. So I just like to leave it for a wee while just to make sure that it doesn't. And this is what it looks like inside, perfectly baked all the way through, and you can see those lovely pieces of chocolate chips and the buttons as well. This is very, very sweet, as you can imagine, with all of that chocolate, so you won't want too big a piece, but do give this a go. It's wonderful and very easy to make, and it stores really well for about 4 or 5 days, I would say, and then you'll need to chuck it, but it'll probably be eaten by then anyway. So thank you so much for watching, and a huge thank you as usual to the supporters of the channel over on my Patreon page, to the channel members here on YouTube, for you all for watching, leaving your lovely comments, those that have bought me a coffee using the Buy Me a Coffee link, and those that have left me a super thanks donation on the channel as well. It's all very much appreciated, and I will catch up with you during the week for another wee video or 3 back here on What's for Tea. So until I see you again, take care and bye for now. Bye now.